About to kick off Tokenize This. I'm your host, Herwig Konings. Welcome. I'm going to give everybody a few more minutes to get joining here, live in Miami. Very, very exciting. Just cannot wait to get started here. Wow, we pulled this off. I can't believe it. Huge shout out to the security token market team. For those of you who don't know, it's our 5th birthday today. So I couldn't ask for a better birthday present, specifically with the inaugural launch of TokenizeThis, our very first summit. So amazing that we have over 50 speakers from the biggest banks, the biggest marketplaces, the biggest blockchains, and way more. I just cannot wait to hear all the golden nuggets we're going to get today. A huge shout out to securities.io, who will be live streaming this as well. It's available on YouTube and over on securities.io/tokenizethis. And thank you to the over 500 people that registered for this event. We've got hundreds of you already in the platform, ready to network, ready to learn, take the time to get familiar with the platform. There's a lot of amazing people to meet on top of the great learning we're going to be doing. And of course, a shout out to our sponsors for helping make TokenizeThis possible. To our title, Oasis Pro, as well as to Invenium, to Red Swan, to INX, Fusion IQ, Invest Ready, Fairchild Acquisition, and anyone else that's speaking. We appreciate your time in order to make this event possible. Now, for those of you who don't know me, you might not know that I'm actually a bit of a compliance nerd. The way all of this really got started to me was actually over 6 years ago, and actually arguably over 10 when I first started Invest Ready, which is a software company that does investor compliance. That's a very boring topic for most people, but I decided to get down in the nitty-gritty of how technology can make it more efficient to verify investors, even before the time of blockchain and crypto. That is where it all came together, because in 2017, I was approached here in Miami by a local startup. The startup's name is Kairos. They're a facial recognition company, and they were doing their Series B, very official venture-backed company, looking to do what they asked me was an ICO. This scared the living daylights out of me, knowing the compliance rules. And they still wanted my help. So I ended up working with their management team to identify with their lawyers, with their smart contract developers, with everybody involved in order to execute what happened to be one of the first tokenized private offerings in the US at the time. And man, did they kill it. Over 12 million raised. It was a very exciting time. This was during the mania of ICOs, but we did it the right way. And ultimately, that was that light bulb moment where I saw and got the chance to realize that this is going to be way bigger than crypto. We know that financial markets are trillions and trillions and hundreds of trillions in size across multiple asset classes. This isn't just one digital asset class. And so that's where security token market really was born. Shortly after, in 2018, we launched in order to try bring attention to this topic. When people are talking about NFTs and ICOs and DAOs and DeFi, few people were talking about tokenization, security tokens, RWAs, whatever you want to call it. Now, ultimately, we're very proud to now be one of the top sources of tokenization. Anything that is a digital asset backed by real estate, by a stock, by debt, we try to cover it and be your one-stop shop at security token market to let you learn and get started in your journey, whether it's investing in tokenization or getting started. Very proud to have done over 200 episodes with my co-founder, Kyle Sonlin. You'll see him in a little bit, but if you haven't had a chance to check out the Security Token Show, every week on Monday, we're covering what's the latest that's happening in the space, so you can tune in and stay up to date. Now let's get to TokenizeThis. Why are we all here today? Very big reason, because I want to get the message across that tokenization, it's already here, it's happening now, and it absolutely unequivocally is the future of finance, the future rails that we're talking about. And I think a lot of that narrative fell apart in 2018, specifically when the crypto market fell apart with it, and the concept of security tokens or tokenizing assets wasn't really taking hold. To this, I tell you, that's an illusion. In fact, the builders have been building. I've known many of the CEOs and leaders in this space who have been working since day one, making this possible. And today they've helped make the infrastructure that allows people to tokenize, to invest, whether they're asset managers, whether they're big investment banks, whether they're small issuers, whether they're real estate developers, whether they're in the credit business and beyond. We're seeing use cases that we're going to cover here at TokenizeThis over 3 days. The first day today, we're going to be looking to really break into tokenization, talk a lot about the different use cases, how it's being applied and already being used today. On top of that, followed by day 2, where we're going to get very institutional. We're going to hear from some of the biggest asset managers and investment banks in the space. And then last but not least, we're going to follow up with a workshop on day 3, where hopefully we can get a little bit more engaged with you all so that we can not just talk about this stuff, but really move the industry forward. Every one of you here today is helping make that happen. I would garner to bet that after this conference, you'll be in the top 1% of people in the world that know what's going on with this technology. So congratulate yourself on already taking the time to tap in and take advantage. We're going to be covering crowdfunding, right? The idea that you can bring in a crowd to raise capital. This has been around since 2015 in the United States. It's been happening in Europe. The idea that you don't have to rely on institutional investment or venture capitalists in order to raise money for your business. That is a massive disruption, I think, in financial markets. Naturally, blockchain brings in great use cases for settlement and trading. It's one of the holy grails we're going to get to shortly to talk about, because it is a huge liquidity problem in private markets and many alternative asset classes in the credit markets. And heck, even the public markets are facing requirements to move towards T+1, T+0 settlement times. We're talking about a future that's going to need blockchain. But that also isn't the most exciting thing to me. We've got collateralization, been a very popular application within crypto, doing DeFi. Why not use the same thing for a real estate token, for a stock that you just bought? If there is a lender out there that can offer you a loan, that is a form of liquidity not many people are talking about, in a financial service that I believe will help spur tokenization because of the benefits that are brought to you as an investor, thanks to it being tokenized. And that includes having better access to information, valuations, rating services. All of these tap into a more efficient use case thanks to blockchain. The back office is going to be a very serious topic for the next few days, as not the most exciting component to most, but the idea of saving thousands of human hours of work, the automation, the redundancy removal, the ability to trust the information, that again is going to shift finance as we know it. And then last but not least, folks, utility, it's still there. We've seen many use cases where you can actually tie a benefit to a token, and you can actually say, get a discount or a benefit or an experience to redeem just by proof of ownership that you are indeed an investor. I cannot wait to get into all of this with everybody today. There is a reason that the CEOs of BlackRock, Franklin Templeton, Wisdom Tree, even JPM, Citi, Goldman Sachs, they're all coming out and saying tokenization in one form or another is going to be the future. You can't just have that many major banks be wrong. You just can't. And that's why today I would already make the argument that TradFi is leveraging blockchain and tokenization in a bigger size than crypto. We're going to learn from JPM, Broadridge, another major player. They have DLT blockchain-based platforms to manage repo markets. And those repo markets, as much as an elusive kind of banking activity, folks, they're doing trillions with a T, trillions. There isn't even a trillion a month in trading activity around Bitcoin, yet here we are with big banks already using this technology to facilitate trillions in settlement for repo markets. That's a big number that most people don't know about, or ignoring, not choosing to realize that it's going to have major implications for financial markets. Another example, we're going to be hearing from Provenance, a major blockchain working with Figure, that have powered the biggest HELOC, home equity line of credit, the biggest HELOC securitization since the 2008 crisis. Folks, the biggest players in the HELOC mortgage business are already using tokenization, citing efficiencies, benefits, and many other features we're going to get into. So that's it. We have the brokers, we have the blockchains, we have the banks, we've got lawyers, we've got the issuers doing the tokenization, we've got the crowdfunding platforms connecting the crowd. Man, we've got it all here at TokenizeThis. Again, take an opportunity to get familiar with the Zoom platform. If you've taken a chance to register, it is free. Within the Zoom platform, you can create a profile. That way others can find you, connect with you, send you a direct message. Heck, you can even go ahead and start a Zoom video with somebody directly, or go ahead and do some networking. We have a virtual expo floor. There you can tap in, move around with your mouse, just like you were in a physical conference. We've got great booths from our sponsors you can connect with, as well as do some networking with some of the other registrants who are attending the event. And of course, we will have all of the recordings from our panels, from our keynotes, from our fireside chats available on the Zoom platform as soon as they're done. In the event that you can't make it, it's very easy to go ahead and save your sessions, add them to your calendar so you can easily tap in between meetings if you're unavailable to join us for the full day. And now we are approaching soon the hour at hand to kick things off. I'm very excited for my co-founder, Kyle Sonlin. He is going to be leading and moderating a panel on the biggest question around security tokens, around tokenization, which is liquidity. One of the biggest challenges and criticisms that critics have brought up is the fact that there isn't a whole lot of volume. And if you take out the repo markets, right, there absolutely is far less volume when it comes to trading the tokenized securities that are out there today. So we've arranged a panel with some of the biggest brokers and marketplaces in the space. We've got OTC Markets Group with their Link ATS. We've got Securitize, one of the pioneers. We've got Castle Placement, a traditional broker moving into this space. They're going to be giving great insights on how all of this is going to come together. I know we could probably talk for hours about liquidity specifically. So with that, folks, please, we're going to take a little break as we get ready for the next panel. Tap in, take a moment, get your profile set up, spread the word if you can, let everybody know that you're here, you're at TokenizeThis, you're ready to learn. If you have questions, you can reach out to me or anyone on the team throughout the event. And again, the live stream will be available as well on YouTube and securities.io. Again, thank you everybody for coming out and making this event possible. We truly could not do it without you. It came together in pretty short order, but we felt that our birthday today was the day to go ahead and try to bring the most people, both learning as well as actively building in the space, together in one place. And I think we've just done just that. In fact, we may have over 1,000 people end up tuning in. So very, very excited. Thank you again. And I hope you all enjoy an amazing TokenizeThis.